All right. I think we're ready. Hello, everybody. Coming at you live during the quarantine. I don't know how people are walking around with this shit all day long. I've been sitting here for like 2 minutes with it on, and I can't breathe with this thing on. Not to mention how tight it is. I can't even do this one. All right, I think that's enough of that bit. Get rid of that guy. All right, how is everybody doing? Did I remember to turn the audio on? Yes. Okay, cool. We're off to a good start. Hopefully everybody can see me. Man, that made my hands so sweaty. That's gross. I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody's families are healthy and in good shape. My thoughts and prayers to you guys who have been affected by this thing. I know I'm definitely feeling the effects of it. I hope you're in a state with lockdown orders so the cases don't go through the roof. I don't actually need this hand sanitizer. I'll just put that over there. All right, let me catch up in chat real quick. I want to make sure everything looks and sounds good. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. I actually had pneumonia before this whole coronavirus thing kicked off for a month. That sucked. Hold on, let me see if hold on. Okay. That sounds decent. Oh shit, I have corona. Actually might. Had a little fever on and off there, and I've been congested for a while. Who knows? It's not like you can get a test to find out. And I had to fly to Florida last week for a couple days. That was an adventure. All right, so we are going to be building. For those of you just joining, thanks for joining. For everybody who joined in the beginning, thanks for being here. I do have a bunch of wire here. I'm not really sure what we're going to build yet. As I was saying in the chat earlier, it's been a while since I've even made a YouTube video, let alone built. So we're kind of gonna, I don't know. We're gonna get going here. So here's the wire that I have in front of me, at least. I have 28 Canthal, 34 nichrome 90, 22 nichrome 80, 42 stainless. That's, I think that's like 36 or 38. There's some 26 stainless, and I've got some 0.4 by 0.1 ribbon in Canthal, some 26 Canthal, 40 gauge stainless, and some like ridiculously thin like 48 that I brought up. Just, who knows. So let me just quick segregate my wrap wires from my core wires. I also do have my staggering tool, and of course everything else we need to build. Before we get started, if you're looking to pick up coil building during the quarantine, I do have linked, hopefully in the description, my Amazon store, and on there I have options as far as like tools and I think basic wire. I haven't looked at it in a while, but hopefully that's still there. Basic wire. I think like you can get KB and lightning vape wire on Amazon. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you guys will in the chat, but last time I checked you could, but that was almost a year ago. But so all that is linked in the description to my Amazon store where you can find that stuff, not to mention little tools. If you're looking on like vape websites and stuff, I really love this Coil Master kit. It has like everything you need inside in a very like travel friendly package. I broke the flush cuts out of here though. I was probably trying to cut like 2 gauge wire or something stupid and snapped one of them right off. So I do have my flush cuts, and then I have just a excuse me, a pair of toothless pliers just because I like them. And that kit doesn't come with pliers. That's my only complaint about it. Other than that, I love it. And I forgot cotton, of course, but then I have little tiny paper clips because I like those to stabilize my cores. And then here's my little staggering tool. And yeah, I think we're ready to go. I am vaping on, I've been going through a lot of my old pod systems. Like I cleaned out all my vape stuff. So I've been using stuff that I haven't used in quite a while. I'm really digging the Artery Pal 2 pod system right now. The Podin by Inikin. Fucking love that thing. What else? The Gem Pod Kit. I think that's what it is. The Gem Pod Kit by Freemax. That thing comes with like little disposable tanks that hold a shitload of liquid, but I don't know if I've ever had better flavor out of a pod device, like a mouth to lung device. And it's just like straight wattage from the internal battery. And it kicks, man. It hits really hard. And you can't adjust anything besides the airflow, but I've never found myself like wanting to adjust it. It just hits so well. The only thing with that, though, is you can't stealth that thing because it just hits so hard. Like kicks like a mule. So you can't chief it. You can't like hit it and hold it in like you can with other devices because it just takes your breath away. But I definitely enjoy it. However, it did just fire in my pocket as I was setting everything up to do this. It was like firing in my pocket. So I burnt off the disposable tank. And I didn't think I was going to like I'm not a big fan of like disposable stuff because I feel like it's super wasteful, but I can make an exception in their case because I can fill it for a month straight and still have great flavor out of it. And then the only time I've had to replace them is when I've had it fire in my pocket from forgetting to turn it off. And then, it's all burnt out. So I've got to replace it. So I'm a big fan of that. I don't know what the price is on that or anything, but those are my pod systems in my pocket right now, or like around my house. Oh, and the Asmodus Pike, I think it's called. Little tiny open pod system. That thing has amazing flavor as well, and that's way more carryable. Like super, super small. Love that thing. Charged by USB, decent battery life. Everything that I'm looking for in a pod system. And then as far as my desk setup, again, going not crazy vintage, but from a few months ago, the Druga Foxy. Love this thing, and probably definitely one of my favorite single coil RDAs, the Point Blank by Asmodus. Love this thing. All right, and I think that's what we're gonna do because, as always, I'm very underprepared. And I didn't bring something else to put a coil in, so I'll probably just replace the coil in here. And then I only have to successfully build one coil as opposed to two. So my chances have increased for getting a successful build. All right, so patience with me, please. I haven't built in a while, so I might fail a few builds during this stream. We're going to kind of play it by ear as far as how long we're going to stream for and what we're going to do. I'm still not sure as far as what I'm going to build. Somebody had mentioned a Frailian, so a frame staple alien thing. I could get down with that for sure. It's been a while since I vaped something like that, and depending on what I make it out of, because I want like a faster ramp up, so we can definitely tailor that build for that. What else? I guess I'll check on chat before we get building, but I will get into the build. Oh, here's the Podin. I love the way this thing looks. It's just awesome. As opposed to like interchangeable whole cartridge tank guys, it just has coils that you swap out. And I really like that. I just love the way this is made. It feels super premium and well built, and it looks cool too. Like I just love the color. I don't know what other colors it comes in, but I would imagine they'd be like the same kind of pattern, just different colors. I just love it. Love it, love it. Yes, so Liam asked if it's Crazy Wire. Some of the stuff I have is Crazy Wire. I actually just got an email from them because I haven't ordered wire in a while. The last order I did was like $1,000 worth of wire. And so I'm pretty well stocked up. But Crazy Wire is going out of business as far as on their vape wire side. So they offered me like ridiculous deals on there because they're trying to liquidate their stock, I guess. You might want to check out Crazy Wire. I'm pretty sure they have really awesome pricing right now. However, definitely something to note with Crazy Wire is that their fine gauge stuff, so like their 42, 36 is okay, 38's nah, but anything over that, I've had spools that just weren't spooled well. Like the wire itself is awesome, but the way they spool it seems pretty careless, because I'll get like a tenth of the way through the spool and then it'll knot up and I just can't, I just can't get it. It's just ruined. So like when I first placed that order, I had to, I had to contact them a bunch of times and have them send me replacement spools, but they were always really great about doing it. But I don't know how great they're going to be with that now that they're trying to liquidate the stock. So your mileage may vary, order at your own risk. And then some other wire companies I like. I know Coil Society makes some great wire. I mean, really, honestly, guys, there's very few wire manufacturers, like people that actually make the metal and make the wire. So a lot of it is all coming from the same place and then just branded differently. So you kind of can't go wrong with most prevalent wire companies. So if you're on a budget and you can't afford crazy expensive wire, by all means, man, get something that's cheaper, especially if you're learning, because you're going to blow through a lot of wire. That was one thing I definitely wish I did when I started, was buy cheap wire, because I wasted more than I vaped. You know what I mean? So keep that in consideration as well. And so a lot of good recommendations. Anakin. Yeah, dude, I love Anakin. I like George, my contact at Anakin. And I like what they make. They always make great stuff, like always. There's some, oh man, I wish I had them with me. I'm kind of obsessed with Anakin right now. The stuff they're putting out is amazing. Dave said Kenny and Nick did loves together a couple times. Well, depending on what Nick, if you're talking about Thick Nick, definitely do some loves with Nick. All right, let's see. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to figure out. I would like to like do a show again. I really do enjoy live streaming, especially with other people. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing. And I do have some build tutorials coming up. Get back into the reviews, kind of kick it back up. So content will be coming. I appreciate you guys hanging out and being patient with me in the meantime. Okay. I guess you're here for coil builds, right? Better deliver on that promise. So, what did we say we're doing? All right, so let's do... do I have enough space? Normally my build desk is bigger than this. I might have to scooch this over a bit. Hopefully you guys can still see. Okay. I don't have a close-up camera set up right now. I'm working on that. My capture card doesn't allow for multiple inputs, so I've got to figure out a way to do that. I used to have a Canon camera, and there's a program called SparkoCam for any of you guys who stream that doesn't require a capture card. So you can hook it up over USB, and SparkoCam is like a digital capture card. And so when I had a Canon camera, that's what I used as my second like top-down angle with my macro lens. However, I do not have that Canon anymore. I have Sony cameras, and SparkoCam doesn't allow for that same thing. For whatever reason, it's just Nikon and Canon. So I've got to figure out how to set up a second camera. If anybody has any recommendations, let me know, please. Okay, so let's start with, will this suction cup down? I sometimes love this suction cup system that I have when it works, but I have like textured worktops and oh, there we go. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's stable. Okay, let's hope that works. This table is not very stable. That's something else I need to work on in the future. So again, bear with me. All right, so let's do Well, I guess I need to figure out the build before I do the alien wrap, right? I don't want to make a massive Fralien yet. I want to be able to use it. So if I do like... Okay, I'm going to start with 26. Wait, don't I have one of these open? I hate opening a new spool when I have... I only have Canthal. Okay, so I do want my frames to be stainless steel. Just for the resistance factor. And I do like vaping stainless steel better than nichrome, but that's just a personal thing. Let's see, 28. Okay, so no, I'm sorry, this is 28. All right, so I'm going to start with the 28. I guess I'll pull open this new spool, which I really don't like doing. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have a decent view. Obviously, you're not going to get any close-up detail, but it'll be close enough that you guys can follow along. All right, so I'm just going to pull off a little bit. And because this is 26, I can just stretch it on the spool, straighten it out. See, I don't even have... Normally, I'll use a little piece of gaff tape to keep this wire from despooling. Any of you guys who have had a whole roll or like a brand new roll of wire just fly off the spool knows how heartbreaking that is. Yeah, see, this just almost did it. All right, we're going to put that wire down so that doesn't pop off again. All right, so I'm going to... This side's kind of mangled, so I'm just going to kind of clip a little bit of that off. And then I start over at the swivel and just kind of twist, you know, clamp it and twist a bunch of times. And that should be good. I can get that guy out of the way, and I got way too much length. Well, maybe, see, that didn't stick. All right, so I'm gonna make my little 90 over here, make my little L, and pop it right in the center of the chuck. All right, what should I do the outer wrap in? All right, I'm gonna try to start, yeah, all right, so I'm gonna start in 36 and then work my way into more intricate stuff because I don't want to embarrass myself by failing my first build. I guess I should probably plug in my drill, right? One thing I forgot to do. See how prepared I am? Doing great, guys, doing great. Una momento, por favor. Here we go. Oh shit, I bent my plug. All right, that looks better. I might have to put you guys on hold while I go get a drink. All right. What am I doing? Okay, making coils. So I have a spool tamer. Oh man, I wish I had my close-up camera because I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Do you see the notch that I have in the spool tamer? I made that with a razor blade. And the purpose of that, you'll see in just a second. Here's one of my little hacks that I don't think I've ever put in a video before. So I just slide the wire right down the middle of the chuck. And then, oh shit. Not a good sign, guys. I'm fucking up already. So I could hold this if I didn't have the spool tamer. I would go back, I don't know, whatever's comfortable. The further back you go, the more forgiving it's going to be as far as like spacing forward by accident or wrapping back on itself. But with the spool tamer and the notch that I have cut in it, I could literally, oh, hold on, I gotta pull it back a little bit. It sets in there perfectly, And so that's where that notch comes in handy, because my core just sits perfectly down in there. And I just kind of keep it stable and crank it, and it'll do the wrap work for me. All right, I leave myself a little tail on the end, about an inch, just so I have something to grab onto. Spool tamer, man. It'll change your life, especially if you're doing like production, like making a bunch of coils to sell or something. There's my gift to you. So right now I'm just checking how tight this is, because the spool tamer, depending on how tight or loose you have it, might wrap this super tight, and you'll have to reverse the drill and back it off a little bit just to kind of, you know, loosen up everything. Plus, if your core wire has any kind of bends or dings in it, that it might get stuck on that as well. So I'm just giving it a little pull to make sure that we're good to go. And yeah, I'm good. Okay, so I actually might make a couple of these in case I mess up. I won't have to do it then. Clean cut at this end, and then just slide the D-core right off. Oh, Nick Devine. That's who you're talking about. Not Thick Nick Devine. Yeah, I'm gonna message Nick. I'll see if Nick wants to come on and do some builds with me. I really enjoyed the stream where he essentially taught me how to do enigmas. That was a fun stream. I failed like multiple times before I finally got it, but man, is that an awesome feeling when you finally nail a build. You know what I should have done? Instead of you guys just hearing the drill crank while I'm doing this, I should have had some music on standby. I'll do that for next time. So when I'm doing prep work like this, and I'm pumping out a bunch of D-cores, which I'll do. When I do production though, I'll do really long ones, like 2 or 3 feet of D-core. And then when I go to make coils, when I'm making 2 to 3 foot sections, or even if I'm just doing like a 1 foot or 9-inch section or whatever it may be, I just keep running through my long core. So I have, you know, that way I'm just good to go. I don't have to keep making D-cores. But so I just make another 90-degree angle that I always want to call 45 degrees and clamp that in, and just kind of repeat the same process over and over and over again. I actually have a bunch of D-cores downstairs. I should probably just grab those, but you know, we'll do it for the people who are learning. Again, just get it. Oh shit, what direction did I do that in? All right. Oh fuck. Oh well. That didn't work well. I forget. This is how long it's been since I've built. I forget which way I prefer to wrap, either over or under. I guess we'll figure it out soon. Oh, see, now I'm going under. What did I do the other way? I did over. Okay. Shoot. Well, so be it. We'll figure it out, guys. We'll get there together. All right. Yeah, I mean, I would see. All right, so I could call Nick. Here's the thing: if I was like, "Hey, Nick, come jump on a stream right now," and even if he was available, I'd have to get like Zoom set up, and then I'd have to set it up through the software and everything. And I think that might be. Oh, my framing's crooked. I'm a little tilted this way. All right, I'll fix that next time. Whatever. I'd have to set it up in the software, and you guys have no idea how long it took me to get this set up. Live streaming and I have always had a contentious relationship. But all right, let me get this going. Once I finish this decor, we'll move on, so you don't have to just sit there and watch me do decors all day. Good start. Good start. Is it too early to start drinking? What do you guys think? I didn't know what I was hearing there for a second. But there's like a quite a bit of latency between when I actually speak and then when you guys hear it, like a minute and a half. And so through my headphones that I threw on the ground or dropped, I'm hearing the drill. I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, shit, did I leave the music on this entire time and you guys can't hear me? Because I've done that. Live streaming and I, it's tough. All right. Ugh. Where are we at? Okay, decors, right. Okay, checking decor. Yeah, I haven't spoke to Nick Devine in quite some time. I hope he's doing well. I really like Nick a lot. He's a good guy and one hell of a builder. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that. That's because I didn't get a clean cut. Okay, not bad. That's a good start. So normally what I'll do when I'm doing any kind of alien work or stuff or anything like that, I will reuse the decor as, or use the core for the decors of the decors as a frame for whatever, either one of the cores of the alien or frames for the frapple. In this case, I guess I could, right? Why not? I will get my one coil out of this. All right, but so here's the thing. I set up my, well, I'll show you guys how I set up my stuff. So we are going to do a framed alien staple, alien frame staple, however you want to say it. So I'm just going to cut off the crappy parts of this. And this should, if I fold this in half, that's, I don't know, that's about 1.5 feet, maybe 1 and a few inches. That should get me enough for one good coil. So I'm gonna do the 20, what is this, 28 stainless steel with Kanthal cores. And so I do like Kanthal cores for any of my ribbon work. And the reason for that is when you get into stainless steel ribbon or nichrome 80 or nichrome 90 ribbon, your resistance drops significantly, especially when you're doing like fat coils. And you know, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of doing just purely aesthetic coils that you're just going to show off on Instagram or whatever. But I am a big proponent of actually vaping the coils that I make. Therefore, I like the Kanthal. Somebody's calling me. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Hello. What are you doing? Oh, yeah? Live streaming. Yep. Okay, yeah, I can wrap it up. I'm just gonna finish up this coil and then I'll be done. So if you just want to give me like, I don't know, I mean you can come home and, you know, if the kids can stay upstairs and decently quiet, it'll be fine. I'm not real worried about it. Okay, perfect. All right. All right, bye. All right. Sorry about that. Alrighty, so where were we? Okay, so Kanthal, right? Kanthal core, especially because you know, I used to sell coils, and for consumers of coils, I'd much prefer to be safer with the resistance than not. Like, I don't want to push 0.8 or even 0.1. Kind of sketches me out a little bit for consumers because I don't know their skill level, their knowledge level of Ohm's law and battery safety and all that good shit. So here's what we're gonna do. I highly recommend, even though it's really tempting, straightening the ribbon on the spool. When you do that, you can really cause damage to the rest of the wire on the spool. So take the extra time. You don't want to fuck around with your ribbon. If your ribbon has any kind of twists or bowing or just any weird shit at all, it's going to make your life hell when it comes to building with it. So be gentle, take off what you need. I'm going to measure it with my 28 here. I do only have one pair of pliers though, so I don't know. Excuse me. How I'm actually going to straighten this. I guess I could use my ceramic tweezers. All right, how many cores should I do? I'm at 2. I'm going to do at least 6. Oh, see, I don't know how many I'm going to be able to do with my 28 D core, right? I probably should have taken that into account beforehand. So I know I can do 6. But that's not going to be nice and fat. I like them thick, right, guys? All right, so I'm going to get this prep done. Oh no, where's my tape? What did I do with it? Is this it? No. Shit, I wish you guys could tell me what I just did with the tape that was holding this together. Damn it. I do this all the time. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. Okay. See, tape, especially gaff tape. Gaff tape's the best. Oh, man, it's so heartbreaking losing a whole spool of ribbon wire. Like, this is 100 feet of ribbon wire. So, like, ribbon wire gets expensive. All right, so I've got 6 cores. That's fine. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go easy on myself. So here's how I prep out my my stuff with ribbon. I take it, and I'm not real concerned about it right now. I'm just going to even it out so everything's the same length. In this hand, I'm going to stick it through. And you know, I didn't even straighten this wire because it's fine. I'm not real worried about it. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. And so I'm just going to match up the ends. I've got some jankiness going on. Can you see that? I hope. I've got a little bit of jankiness going on, so I'm not even going to include that because it'll just make my life difficult and frustrating. So I'm just going to clip it off so they're even. And really, guys, these kind of stack themselves, honestly. Like, I'm not doing much as far as trying to stack these up. They're going to do a pretty good job by themselves. So right now, I'm just going to gently form these straight. And I'm even going to let go. Like, I'm not worried about this right now. So here's the issue with if you're not doing the appropriate prep work, like I'm not. This is what you're going to be contending with. They're crossed right now. See, this isn't like really bad to the point where I'm going to take the time to straighten these, especially because with only one set of pliers, it's going to be hard. And so you're going to be constantly fighting these. When these are straight, it's going to be much easier and they're going to cooperate much, much better. Okay, so to get these in line, I'm actually going to do this with the frame as well. So I'm going to do the same exact thing with the frame. I'm going to feed it through. If I can pick it up, I'm going to feed it through. I'm going to feed it through. Am I? There we go. Yes, I am. Line this guy up, grab up here, and fold it down. Okay. And so right now I'm just pinching so everything's flat, and then pinching so it, folds in nice. And literally, guys, it lines up itself. I wish I had a close-up camera to show you like how little effort I'm doing as far as keeping it straight. It really does it by itself, especially if you take care with the prep work. And so I can just pull down like lightly and kind of wiggle as I'm going, and it'll line up everything for me. And so if they do get messed up, just come back up right by the swivel and pinch, and it should line everything up nicely for you. And so to keep everything lined up nice, man, my eyes are getting bad. Fuck, I'm getting old, guys. I'm going to throw a nice tight paper clip on there. I can't tell if that's ribbon wire or if that's my frame. Where's my frame? Okay, so I'm having an issue. Oh, shit. I spoke too soon. Okay. Alright, I gotta get my frame out because my frame's all jumbled up with my ribbon now. Like riding a bike my ass. Come on, guys, get in there. See, had I done the appropriate prep work, I wouldn't be struggling right now. There we go. All right, now my frames are on the outside where they're supposed to be. All right. Now I can literally just pull down, and I don't need a million paper clips on this. You can if you're struggling with keeping your cores intact. That definitely will make it easier for you. But then you're going to have to stop often to remove or push those paper clips down. And I know for a lot of beginners and even like seasoned builders, the majority of the time, at least for me, when I mess up, it's when I have to stop and then start again. If I'm on a roll, I want to stay on a roll. Because like when you nail that feel and that angle and everything's just, the stars aligned and you're nailing it, you kind of want to roll with that if you can. So I'm going to stick just one in the middle. Come on, get on there. Okay. And then so for the end, again, I'm just wiggling. I am going to give this a snip to line everything up. If you skimp on your build tools, that's fine. Most things you can. The one thing you kind of want to spend money on, and they're not even that expensive to begin with. You're going to spend under $10, but get a really good pair of flush cuts. It'll make a world of difference. And the thicker the thing is that you're cutting. Okay, so I don't know how to say this. If you're cutting thicker things, use the back of the blades. You have more tensile strength and more torque there, and you're less likely to dull your blade. You'll dull your blade slower using the back of the blades. I hope that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it any better. What I am going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this 36, if I can grab it. Come on. And cut this off. I can tell it's been a while since I built because my hands are getting sore already gripping this like this. All right. So I'm going to come over to the end and I'm going to pinch it with my left hand that's holding the cores, slide up a little further, and then with my right hand, I'm just going to wrap it. I'm wrapping it a bunch so it stays in place. Okay, so, whew, boy, all right. I'm going to pull this guy up. I might have to move over. I didn't account for that. Okay. Now, where the three, the fuck are they called? The three things in the chuck, right, that clamp together, they have the flat ends where they actually touch each other. I don't want to put this in the middle unless your drill would accept that. Like some chucks have enough space, some just completely go flat and like all three corners touch. Mine, for me, it works best to kind of stick it in between two of those jaws. Jaws, that's a good thing to say, right? So I'm going to kind of line it up where they come together and then still trying to center it as much as possible. And as I'm tightening this, I'm just checking both sides to make sure that it's not squishing my cores and bending them out of shape. And I'm looking pretty good. So I don't want to crush these. Like I don't want it so tight that it's going to fuck up my cores. In reality, guys, this is so small. I will get 2 coils out of this, but this is so small that I really don't even need that center stabilizing paper clip. I would be completely fine without that. But because it's been a while and I don't want to mess it up, I'm going to leave that. But I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I could twist this. This is going to be tough, but like it's not even doing what you would think it would do. Like there's still a lot of play in here. So, you know, it's negligible, but I am going to use it just for the fuck of it. All right, as with always with aliens, you're going to want to make sure that the way you're wrapping your decor when you're doing the actual alien, you're going to go the reverse way that you did when you wrapped it. So if you went clockwise to wrap the Clapton, go counterclockwise to wrap the alien. This is one of the reasons I leave like about a 1-inch tail on my decor as I feed it into the chuck to get it started. That wrap I used to tie the end of my cores together is kind of in the way, so I'm just going to grab those and pull them out of the way. All right, so once I get this set up, I'm going to check on chat. I don't want to neglect you guys. So let me do that. Let's see if I can get in here without messing my stuff up. Ugh. Okay. All right. Yeah, guys, you know, help each other in the comments of this live stream, or in the chat rather, especially for the people who are beginning. You know, any tips, tricks, or hacks you guys have, leave them in there. Let's help each other. One thing I definitely want to preface all this with is that this is just the way that I'm comfortable and that works best for me. Every builder does things a little bit different, so try different methods that you see or hear about and figure out which one just works best for you. There's no right or wrong way as long as you're doing it safely. So fuck those people that tell you you're doing it wrong or like not doing it right. Like, do what's best for you, man, and fuck what other people say. But these are just the, you know, I've learned some tips and tricks and hacks along the way, especially building for volume, like building to sell. So my methods are like down and dirty, like just get them done as fast as possible. Not to say I like skimp on quality or anything, because that was like when I sold, that was my thing, was like premium, especially when it came to cleaning them. I developed like a ridiculous proprietary cleaning method. Like it was multiple steps, crazy, way over the top. But when you think about it, right? Think about my hands, my fingers, and I've been like wiping my nose. You guys don't know, I could have taken a shit before this, not washed my hands, and I'm building this coil, and my like oils from my finger, dirt, skin cells, like it's getting inside in this coil, and then I'm gonna wrap it all in there with this outer wrap that's gonna drag across my finger. Like, that's disgusting. So if you're not cleaning it and taking care of that and using agents that will just that will totally actually destroy that oil and those skin cells and that nastiness, when you put that coil in your RDA and vape it, you're vaping somebody else's like skin oil and skin and nastiness. So clean your fucking coils. All right. That's my public service announcement. All right. Back to building. I didn't check up on, geez. All right, here we go. Let me check up on the chat. Oh, we got a lot of people watching this. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you spending your quarantine with me. I'm honored. You're welcome for the beginner videos. I'm not even gonna butcher your name, but oh man, Ingvar M. Locken. Sorry, brother. Clayton Von Kluge, what's up, brother? All right, yeah, so I'll definitely reach out to Nick. Maybe we'll get some live streams together. That would be fun. I'd really enjoy doing that. Yeah, everybody spam Nick and tell him I'm trying to get in touch with him. I'll send him a text message. You guys don't have to do that. Yeah, Rob. Hey, Rob. Thanks for being here, man. I don't know why it's so crazy about having to approve messages. That's not anything I did, because I personally don't censor shit. Like, you know, a lot of people will delete negative comments and shit. Like, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and fuck if I care. Like, after doing YouTube for this many years, like, I've got thick skin, man. And so I don't like to stifle Discord or conversation. So if people want to disagree, as long as it's being respectful. I mean, if you're just straight up attacking somebody and being a dickhead, then, you know, fuck you. We don't have to, but like we're allowed to have disagreements. We're allowed to, you know, not see eye to eye, but then discuss that in a productive manner. And so I don't know why it does that, why it like limits so much. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. I'm going to have to look into that, but I'm really not good at this live stuff, so I'll have to ask somebody who's good at this. Juan Castillo, what's up, my man? Man, it's been a long time. I miss this. I miss live streaming. I'm going to do this more often. Yo, Nick, what's up? We got him here. Man, you guys are good. I didn't even have to do anything, and you got him here. Nikki, let's do some live streams, man. Let's get on it. The people have spoken, and that's what they want. You'll have to be patient with me, though, because I haven't built in forever, so I'm not up to the caliber I once was. Have I tried the Mars you bought? All right, so this chat's really far away from me, so I'm having a hard time even seeing this with my eyes. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Oh, there we go. Hell yeah. Aaron Autry, what's up, my friend? Craig Marshall. Oh, let me make you a moderator. Cool. Yeah, if you guys need coils, definitely get in touch with Nick. He makes fire coils. Like fire. All right, cool. I think beginning of stream you mentioned. Oh, right. So the Marsupod by UL. I have not tried that one. Yeah, yeah, Clayton, exactly. I think weren't you? I think you were at that live stream when Nick was teaching me how to do enigmas. Michael Daly wants to be a moderator. Sure. All right, cool. All right, let me get to building and failing. All right, here we go. All right. So I'm just going to wrap this up, and I'm not going to fail this build. I'm not. I'm going to get it successfully. And yeah, maybe I'll do another live stream tonight when the kids go to sleep. Yeah, maybe I'll do that, and we'll do some more builds. So I'll leave everything set up, and then we'll come back to it. Maybe I'll call Nick or text Nick and see what he's doing. Maybe we can get Nick on later tonight. If that's something you guys would be interested in, let us know. And I'm gonna stop procrastinating and wrap this coil now. All right, here we go. And I have to pee real bad, so I'm gonna try to get this done quick so I can go do that. All right, which way am I doing this? Nope, not that way. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right, so, guys, I do the no stretch method. When it comes to wrapping, patience, and more patience when you're learning. It's all about feel. And I went through probably hundreds, if not thousands of feet of wire before I finally got it. And this is one of those things where it's going to be extremely frustrating. I've thrown this drill before. People ask me a lot about this drill. This is like the Harbor Freight $13 drill or something like that, and I fucking love it. It'll lock on for me. It's got pretty good granular control. Like, it'll go slow, it'll go fast. It's got a ton of torque, a ton of speed, and you know, I'm a fan of the corded as opposed to the cordless, and you know, you don't have to worry about batteries and all that stuff. And with this vise that was also from Harbor Freight, this was a bit more expensive, but you probably find it on Amazon too. I can get any angle, and I like this height as well. And I like being like away from me. It's just how I build. Some people like building on the desk, like having everything flat. You can do that. This little mini vise is awesome. This came from, I think this was Amazon as well. And you can easily clamp this to the side of a desk or something. I've seen people work like, so the clamp would be like here, right, hanging off the desk, and the drill would be hanging off the desk as well. So they'd be holding it like this, but like flat, and you can work that way. So again, no right or wrong, just whatever works best for you. Back to the wrapping though. General rules of thumb for success when you're doing aliens. The farther back you are holding it, the more forgiveness you're going to get out of it. I like to stay about 9 to 12 inches away from the core. So I'll hold it like back here. And you're going to lead slightly forward. Now, the difficult thing is like all of this depends on like how many cores you have and what gauges you're working with. Like every single build's going to be different. So unfortunately, there's not like a do this and you'll succeed kind of thing. It depends on if you're pre-stretching your your decor. So if you just have it like pre-stretched out, I recommend like a 10-foot PVC pipe that you can set behind you. Run your decor down in that, because if you're trying to do it across your floor and your carpet, it's going to get snagged and it's going to be a pain in the ass. Unless you have like hardwood floors, then it should be okay. But again, it could like, you know, get caught on itself and fuck up. So I used a PVC before I did the no stretch method. I'm a huge believer in the no stretch method. I'm literally stretching it as I go, and it just makes everything so much simple. My decor just hangs here. I pinch it. I run it through. That's the way to learn. Like if you're going to like start, if you're starting aliens for the first time, start it with the no stretch method, because you don't know what you don't know. So if you learn the stretch method, then you've got to learn the no stretch method, where, you know, just totally eliminate the pre-stretch. So yeah, lead it a little bit towards the swivels. That's going to depend on how thick it is. Generally, the thicker your cores are, the less you're going to have to lead it. One of the things I definitely recommend when you're learning, or just in general, make more prep, like longer prep than you think you need. That way you can use the beginning as your like, fuck it, I'm just going to figure it out length. And so you can kind of dial it in and then finish strong. And that way you have enough left to make your 2 coils or your 1 coil or whatever it is. So because I only need 1 coil, but I could get 2, if I don't fuck this up, I'll get 2 out of this. But I'm going to be okay if it takes me an inch or 2 to get my feel down, because I'll still have enough to make my 1 coil, right? Okay, so I'm gonna back this up just a little bit, and I'm gonna pre-stretch it a little bit, and oh god, I'm actually nervous. Okay, here we go. Oh fuck, wrong way. All right, so I'm gonna stick this in, and I'm going to get this, guys. Right? I am. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Whew. Here we go. I am not getting this. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, shit. This is not like riding a bike. What am I doing here? So I'm not pulling tight enough. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, I started off strong, and then I stopped pulling tight enough. Okay, so let's try this again. Oh shit, I can't even do aliens anymore, guys. Fuck. 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 Fucking cunt. Shit. Alright, I'm down to the wire here as far as how much space I have to actually finish this and get a usable coil. So alright, fuck. Alright, here we go. I can do this. I can do this. Fuck. Nope. Nope, I fucked it up. Why can't I make a fucking alien? I have like a 1-inch section that I didn't fuck it up. The rest is just a mess. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay. I should have made more prep, like more cores, because I had a feeling this was gonna happen, and then I could have finished off strong. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just try to finish this off, and then we'll talk. All right, maybe I'll make a mohawk by accident if I get lucky here. Nope. Fuck you! Alright, this is not... Oh, God. I'm gonna have to have Nick on later and be like, Nick, teach me how to build! Alright, there's one useless fucking coil right there. Useless stick. See, when I didn't give a fuck and was just letting it rip, like, I got a good section again. I needed to do a 26 wrap, or 26 decor, instead of the 28 that I did. I think it would have worked much better for me. Man, that's disappointing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna wrap that up. That's just a shot. See, so it's a good thing that I made the other decors. However, like I said, a 26 I think would be better. Okay. All right, what I'm doing now is I'm pulling out the 26. All right. I don't recommend stretching 26 on the spool like I just did. You can really fuck up the rest of the wire that's on the spool. Okay. I guess this would be a good time to check up on chat, right? Oh, reverse it? Yeah, nah, it's all right. For the time it would take me to do that, I could just, also I need to make a bigger decor. I need to do the 26 because that's, excuse me, just going to work much better for me. It'll be easier for me as opposed to doing the 28 decor. The 28 decor would look much better, like much tighter and form-fitting, but I'm going to kind of fudge it a little bit by using the 26 decor and give myself a little bit of latitude in not fucking this up in front of you guys again. All right, here we go. I swear I know how to build coils, or at least I used to. You know, it'd be amazing if I could come up with some way to completely automate my decor work. So like I've partially done it, right? I can like turn it on and let it go, which is cool. But I want it to stop. So like a sensor here at the end, right? Some sort of sensor that senses the wire coming down or getting at the end, and that releases the trigger and allows it to stop. That would be awesome, because then I could just like lock it on and even walk away from it so it would stop when it's done. That would be baller. All right, so this one, I'm going to make sure I do this counterclockwise because I prefer wrapping the other way. Oh, fuck. Get in there. always, always, always do more decor than you think you need. Always. I'm going to preemptively cut a little bit to use as my tie down on the end of my next frapple prep. Ooh, I almost lost that. Okay, put that aside. All right, let me make sure this is loose. I'm a little tight up here, but I can cut that off. That's fine. Okay. Ow, just stabbed myself. Fucking 26 gauge. All right. Here is the decor that I really need. All right, back to prep. I was going to try to make it to the end of the stream, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick and pee, in case you guys wanted to know. So what should I do here to give you something other to look at than the background here? Okay, how's this? I'm going to shut off my mic. You guys can look at the thumbnail for a minute. All right, I'll be back. All right, we're back. Failing live builds in front of an audience is stressful. Need to get some grape juice. Okay. What are we doing? Frapples. Frapples. Let's get my 28. Am I using 28 Canthal as my cores? Yeah, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, this wire is janky. Ugh. Okay, so that should be enough. More than enough. So that's about 15 inches. Way more than I need, obviously, but I am going to follow my own advice here and give myself a lot of leeway to kind of get the feel down, because obviously I need the help. All right, so grabbing my ribbon, 0.4 by 0.1 ribbon. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. All right. And since I explained the process previously, I'm going to kind of fly through this setup here. So is everybody everybody out of work? Like is your shipment shut down, or I don't know what people are going to do, man. I know I'm struggling right now like crazy. Not much photography and videography work right now. People not, booking weddings, not canceling weddings. China was shut down for a while, so I haven't gotten new products in quite some time. It's hard out there, man. I was saying gonna have to get a real job, but there aren't any of those in Pennsylvania either. Maybe I'll start selling coils again. All right, that looks good. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm looking good. I'm going to tie this up. You can use what is hot glue for this. Hot glue works well, but then you got to wait for it to dry and stuff. So that's the only reason I'm not a big fan of that. Plus, you have to keep a hot glue gun warm or use a lighter. And every time I do that, I always get it all over myself, and never turns out well for me. Okay, that looks good. See, I don't even need this guy. This guy's not even doing what I need him to. Oh, well, there he goes. Okay. Let's see. This is the right one, right? Let's try this again. I need to center this like over here next time. And I'm going to try to figure out for next time how to get my other camera working as well, so I can have a top-down view kind of thing. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit. 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 Fuck. Fuck. Cockballs. I was off to such a good start. God, am I gonna fuck this up again? What the hell is going on? Son of a bitch. I don't know. Oh, God, why does it keep fucking doing that? So what am I doing? Am I pulling too tight or not tight enough? Not tight enough. Okay. Fuck. No, stop, stop. Fuck. God damn it. Oh man. All right. Well, I got more usable this time. I mean, like I could. Fuck. I could actually use this one. It's not as bad as the other one. I just have like a couple little areas where it I wasn't gripping or I wasn't pinching the decor hard enough, so it didn't have enough stretch to make it all the way around the cores. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this and how well that's coming through, but you could see like there's just a couple little spots through it where it didn't go great. Now be careful if you're going to do what I'm about to do and wrap this. Be careful that those areas that are messed up don't create hot spots in your coil. It should be fine, but just watch out for it. Normally I would just toss this and not even mess with it, but you know, because I want to at least make a fucking coil on this coil building live stream, I'm gonna just roll with it. Oh man, I probably should have practiced this before I jumped on a live stream to do it in front of people. Oh man. Well, luckily I know you guys don't mind, and if any of you have ever, you know, taken a break from building and went back to it, you'll completely understand where I'm at. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a, yeah, okay, so the leads go in opposite directions to install into this. I don't know how well you're going to see that. Let me try to get my light over that way. I'm fucking everything up. I love this RDA, man. This thing is so awesome. All right. I'm going to clip off the excess here on both sides. Man, I wasted a lot of wire today. Such is building, right? All right, so that's not that bad. I mean, obviously it's not one for Instagram or anything, but it's a coil. And it should do well. I mean, the flavor will still be great. Like, here's my advice if you're struggling and it's like almost there and you got a couple issues, still vape it. Be proud of your work. Like, you know, everybody learns, everybody goes through it trying to learn and trying to figure it out. So don't oh shit, I don't have the right tool for this. Uh-oh. I'm not going to. Let me see what else I have on my desk. Hold on. All right, so this is the Ohana RDA by Vape. I do like this one too. All right, so maybe we'll do a little change of plans here because hopefully I have the tool to do this one. Ooh, that looks gnarly. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a single coil into this guy instead. So change. Oh no. I don't know if this is going to be the right size either. Oh, yeah. No, we got it. Okay, cool. Like, what the fuck, vape companies? Standardize your shit. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of hard with You know, sometimes you have to use big grub screws or Phillips head or flathead, depending on what you're doing. I personally wish that we would just do away with the fucking grub screws. Because I don't know about you guys, but I strip those bitches all the time. Like, all the fucking time. And, like, come on, let's just get Phillips or shit. If we want to be real efficient, let's do star bits or square bits. Like, square, by far, in my opinion, are the best kind of fastener because you never strip them. Oof. Those are nasty. Where am I going to put these? I guess I'll just put them there for now. Normally I would clean this and shit before I stuck a coil in there, but... Alright, so what I need to do is grab my 3mm inner diameter and straighten out these leads. Come on now. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm going to kind of guesstimate on the lead length because it's kind of like a postless design on this thing. Let's see how I did here. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to keep it there because then I'm going to slam it down into the airflow. And I guess I could leave this in here. Fuck. And I'm hoping for, especially a single coil like this, I'm hoping the resistance should be about like 2.2, 2.5, somewhere around there, maybe 2.0. But I'm shooting at that 2 to 2.5 range is really where I'd like to be. God, I can't get these tight. What the fuck? There we go. Okay, that's nice and tight. That feels like it's not even in there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I know that's kind of tough to see, guys. I'm sorry. I will get some sort of close-up eventually. Okay, so also don't build on a mod like I just did, and if you do, shut it off, take the batteries out, like I did not. And fuck it, 70 watts is fine. No, that's too high. All right, I'm gonna turn it down so I can pulse it and get it going. All right, 40 it is. We got some smoke. Man, I love the way stainless steel colors. That's another reason I love stainless so much. And so what I like to do when I'm preheating my coils is kind of pull them apart, like give them a little spacing in between. And in my experience, that just helps it glow really evenly. And then once I get it warmed up and cooking, then I'll kind of squish it back together, and that normally is all I need to do. All right, beautiful. I have just the right amount of cotton here, and so I'll use one of these strips. I just keep like a 3mm inner diameter amount of cotton in here. That way I could just pull it out and have exactly what I need. I'm going to put just a dab of juice on this coil to cool it down so I don't burn my cotton. I actually, you know what? I'm going to push this down further, closer to the airflow. This, the Ahana RDA, the airflow comes directly in. So there's these ports on the side, right? See on the side right there, that guy. And then on the other side, the airflow comes down in through there and up from the bottom. And so it kind of does a really great job at not leaking unless you really tip it. But then the flavor in this thing is awesome. So I think this is really a really cool design. And I really love the airflow. Okay, so that should be good. Let me just make sure it's still heating up correctly after I moved it. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so a little bit more juice just to cool it down. Oh, this coil is going to be delicious. I'm going to twist up one end just so I can get it through and grab my finger impalers so I can pull it out the other side. Beautiful. Okay. I don't need a ton of cotton on either side. I'm not somebody who rakes out the cotton. I just don't feel a need for it in most RDAs. Unless you need a bunch of cotton to fill the inner diameter of the coil, and then the wick slots or the wick holes is a restricted space where you have too much cotton and you need to thin it out. That would be one reason. There is some valid reasons for doing that, but I think people just do it like every time they build, and that's kind of unnecessary to me. But to each their own. You wanna rake your cotton, by all means. You fucking rake it till your heart's content. All right, so I put some juice on top of the coil and give it some power to thin out the juice and help the inside of that coil get nice and saturated. And I'll know it's ready once I start getting juice in the wicks on either side. Because of the airflow being dead underneath the coil, I'm not going to crush this with juice. But what is cool, let me make sure that I remember this correctly before. Yeah, so there are holes at the bottom of the wick slots, like underneath the airflow. So when you do drip right down in the cap, it goes in that airflow, but there's holes on either side to let that juice hit the wicks. So that was an excellent design choice. Really well designed in that instance. Because if it wasn't in there, you'd be sucking the juice back up through the air. It'd just be like a mess. Okay, that's looking good. And that's at 42 watts. So the resistance came out to 0.27, a little higher than I would like. But hopefully that... Oh, see, I did use Kanthal. Okay, so I did use stainless frames. Maybe when I pump this up a little bit and it settles down, it'll drop a little bit. But really, I mean, I'm not all that concerned if the resistance isn't low, as long as it ramps up quickly. I'll be fine. Shit, I keep missing the airflow. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to crank this back up to... I'll start at 55 and see how that goes. Oh boy. That is pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. I'm going to even crank it a little bit higher. I'm going to go up to 60. There it is. Fuck yeah. So that actually even looks better than the gold, I think, at least. Because of the, the silver on silver with the black tip and the black mod with the silver inlay. I think that looks pretty fucking good, if you ask me. I would love a nice DHD chop top kind of drip tip on there. I think that would make it even better, but really nice setup. I think I'll hang on to this one for a while, stick the gold point blank onto something else to make it more aesthetic. Got to get appearances up now that I'm a YouTuber again. All right, so I think that's about it. 2 failed builds in one stream. Really coming back. Professional coil builder here. Oh, that's not the right place. I have to find this other bit that I lost. I lost my my 0.25 inner diameter grub screw thing, the hex head grub screw, and I'm gonna get a little cleaned up while I'm at it here. So it's garbage, lots of wire clippings all over the place, juice and shit. I don't know how many times I've stepped on little clippings of wire and had to pull them out of my feet. Especially when I lived in Texas in my apartment. I had my office in one of the bedrooms in our apartment. And so, you know, there's wire clippings in the carpet everywhere. And I'd have to wear shoes in there because if I didn't, guaranteed I'd get a piece of wire in my foot. Fucking metal slivers all the time. Crazy. Ooh. All right. Let's just chat and hang out here for a minute since we're kind of done building. Oh man, not EMU. Note M used. I don't know what I'm bad at that, but had to cancel a 3-week camping trip. Man, that sucks. I love camping. Like love camping. So do my kids. And my kids are young. Grayson, my daughter's almost 3, and then Phoenix, my son's almost 6, but they love camping. We've been camping since they were babies. Like we took them camping as infants, especially down in Texas. There's this place outside of Austin called Crossy Springs, and that's one of my favorite places ever to go. And they've got camping and stuff, and like a natural pool in a river with water. It's just beautiful, like absolutely gorgeous. Actually, one of my videos down there when I was with Hometown, Lewis and I went and filmed a video there. I think it was my first Top Pod Systems video, and we're like going off the rope swing and stuff. So that's a cool place. That was a fun video to make. I do want to get back into. It's just hard in Pennsylvania. Like when I was in Texas, there's a lot to do. My apartment complex had a pool, like places to film. We could go out and film all different kinds of places. I like doing that kind of stuff, like adding my own creative touch to my videos. In northeastern Pennsylvania, where I'm at now, the winters are long, and it's definitely not impossible, but much more difficult to do cool stuff like that with videos. But as summer comes, I'd like to do more of that. We'll see, though. We'll see. See, the thing about a camping trip, though, right? Camping, because like we're a member of like a little private lake here, and they have like, you know, basketball courts, tennis courts, pickleball courts, a little lake with lifeguards, so you can go swimming and stuff with the floating dock. And it's a great place to go in the summer. You get a picnic table. We set up a grill up there. We hang out. We cook. We spend nights. The parents drink. It's a lot of fun. I got an email from them saying that the lake is open, so you can go up, like for, you know, families who are stuck in their houses and stuff. You can go up and go fishing and use the grounds and the tables. You just can't go into the pavilions or the bathhouses or anything like that. And, you know, make sure you're still doing safe social distancing. So staying 6 feet away from other families. But I don't see why there's any reason you can't do something like that where you're not going to be around other people other than the people that you would be quarantined with in the first place. And like, why not get out and enjoy, you know, nature instead of being cooped up in your house? So I would think camping would be something that you could absolutely do unless you were going to go with like a big group of people. But if it's just your family, man. But see, the other thing, though, if you had to fly to get there, obviously that would be an issue. and then traveling. So I don't know, like these stay-at-home bans, like or stay-at-home directives, if that would preclude you from traveling for a more leisure type thing. I know in Pennsylvania we're only supposed to go to the grocery store or to pick up medicine at the pharmacy. Like we're really not supposed to go anywhere else. But I don't know. I don't know. I definitely I see I wish like I don't know if the state parks and stuff are open. We like going to the state parks a lot. And so especially as this nice weather comes, I'd love to be able to take the kids up to the state park and go walking, you know, get them out of the house. There's only so much we can do in the house. We've been doing crafts galore, you know, all kinds of stuff. I've been working out at home because we can't go to the gym. So, I mean, we're trying to make the best of it. And I'm finally feeling better after having pneumonia for I think it was like actually 6 weeks. 2 courses of really strong antibiotics that made me really sick. I had a really rough couple months, and then as soon as I start feeling better, coronavirus sweeps through. But I hope everybody's doing good, staying busy, staying safe, staying healthy. I hope everybody is able to get the provisions they need. It's been really fucked up seeing people panic buy and buying way more than they need and not leaving enough for other people. The only way we make it through things like this is by doing it together and helping each other. We've been doing grocery runs for our neighbors who are a little bit older and just trying to help out as best we can wherever we can. But yeah, I encourage you guys to do the same. Look after each other, take care of each other. I would not go into vape shops if you're in a state that isn't closed down completely. Definitely still support your local vape shops. But most of them, like in my area, they're doing delivery, free delivery, and shipping. I don't think it's free delivery actually, or it might be after like $35. I don't know, but they offer delivery, like physical delivery and shipping. So support your local vape shops if you can. But I mean, just imagine if somebody has coronavirus in a vape shop and they're going, that's a massive cloud of virus. And think about that like a sneeze. A sneeze is even more spread and more blown out than that. So make sure you're sneezing into your elbow, not your hand. Make sure you're washing your hands for at least 20 seconds. Obviously, that's happy birthday twice. Make sure you wash in between your fingers. Don't forget your thumbs. Only wear masks and gloves if you have symptoms and need to go anywhere. Other than that, try to save them for the medical professionals who don't have them. And unfortunately, not everybody can get tested, which is a bummer. Like I was saying in the beginning, I'm showing symptoms, but can't get a test even if I wanted to, even though I've been on an airplane in the last week and a half and, have symptoms, still can't get a test. Pretty crazy times we're living in. Bones the Skater, you missed me failing 2 builds. Oh, yeah, curbside. Michael Daly said they're doing curbside. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Curbside's awesome. So yeah, try to support your local businesses that are still in business. I know a lot of people are struggling. I know I certainly am. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Coming up pretty soon. It's hard for everybody. Everybody's struggling right now. So hopefully the end is coming as far as this virus and containment and everything. But it's not looking like that with the states that aren't complying with shutdown orders. I mean, we should probably just, as a country, shut down and contain this virus and then get back to work. For as much as it sucks being shut down and crippling for the economy, having this virus tear through the country would be even worse. So I feel like it's the lesser of two evils, but who knows? What do I know? I'm not a doctor or a health professional or an economist, so Yeah, exactly. Gloves, like, unless you're yeah, gloves will carry the virus just like anything else. So if you're wearing gloves and touch your face, it was the same thing as, just touching your face with your hand. I don't know about anybody else, but this whole thing has certainly had me realize how often I touch my face. Like, my God, it's hard to not touch your face. Especially, I wear contacts and they drive me crazy. And so I'm constantly doing this. And I've also become acutely aware of how often my kids touch things with their hands and their faces. Like, I can't even take them anywhere because, they'd be like putting their mouth in the shopping cart and like on shit in the aisle. And it's just like, oh my God, how are you not dead already? Thank God, I think they've got pretty decent immune systems. I don't know. What else should we talk about, guys? Should I wrap it up here, or should I try another build? What should I do? Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to wrap it up here pretty soon. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to try to get in touch with Nick and see when he's available and see if he wants to do a live stream a little bit later. Plus, I need to start getting dinner ready for the kids and stuff. So, I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, use some common sense, wash your hands, stay away from other people, and help each other. Let's help each other. Let's stop fighting each other, stop tearing each other down, and come together. Especially in this time right now, we really need it. We really need to help each other. Oh, that's awesome, Andrew. Glad I could help, man. I want to actually some of my old videos have been taken down by YouTube, like out of nowhere. So I'm in the process of remaking them anyway because I think I'm a much better videographer now than I was. So I think I could just do them better and update them. You know what I mean? Like better things I've learned since. And I think I'm gonna do like different ways. So like for instance, if an alien coil, right? 3 different ways you could do it this way, you can do it this way, or you can do it this way, as opposed to just the way that I do it. Offer some options that way, people might click with a certain way that I don't necessarily do it. So I want to present like, here are all your options, try them all and figure out which one is best. So I think that would be a cool resource for people. If you guys have any ideas of like resources that you think should be available that aren't as far as coil building is concerned, let me know. I'd love to cover whatever. And I want to do more building live streams where we just kind of do this. We just kick it and build and bullshit, I think that'd be fun. You're at a 10. You're you're out at 10? Are you when are you off, Nick? Can you stream tonight, or do you want to set something up for later this week? Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to those government checks they're supposed to be sending out. I think $1,200 is kind of a slap in the face, but hey, at least it's something, right? All right, guys. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Your energy's out of 10. All right, man. I'm gonna text you as soon as I get done with this. But yeah, take care of each other. Be safe. Stay healthy. Hope everybody's doing okay in these crazy times. Keep your eye open. Maybe I'll do another stream tonight if I can get a hold of Nick. We'll see. Totally lost my train of thought right there, mid-sentence. Michael Daly, yeah, if anybody wants to buy coils or a stagger or something, you can shoot me an email, sherlockholmes@gmail.com, or get me on Facebook or Instagram or one of those social media sites that I never use. All right, guys. I think that's it. I think we're good there. Why does that look the way it does? How does this look, guys? Do you like this setup? Everything look and sound good? I really rushed getting this together, trying to make this work. Any ideas about how to get my, if anybody's like technically advanced and knows of a way that I can get a second camera up? I think I have one way to do it, but it's kind of janky, and I don't think the quality would be great. I'd essentially have to screen capture like a tethering. Like I'd have to hook up my Sony through its USB into the Sony software to remotely capture and kind of use that and like capture that from OBS and use that as a display. So I don't know. I hope there's a better option. I looked into capture cards that have 2 inputs and they're ridiculously expensive. I know a webcam would work. If there was like a decent webcam, I could like string that up above me with a C-stand. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. Hopefully I can find, I don't know, give me recommendations. Let me know your guys' thoughts. All right, let's wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like if you liked it. If you loved it, subscribe. Bell if you want to be notified. Even then you probably won't because YouTube hates me. But yeah, stay safe, guys. Take care of each other, and I will see you next time I stream or post a video. And I don't know how to end the stream though, so do I do stop streaming here? All right, guys. I will see you next time. Stay safe.